Okay, you legends, welcome back to the channel. This is the final episode of Terry's Pond, unless he comes out of hospital, and if he does, I'll definitely be going back. He's really not well, guys, but I just wanted to start this video off with saying thank you so much for all your amazing comments, wishing Terry all the best and stuff. I do pray that he makes a recovery and gets to enjoy this pond. So without further ado, let's get back into the action. Nice. Good morning, you smoking hot, red hot grass-fed enchiladas. We are back. It is Thursday, guys. I'm going to flip you around and I'm going to show you where we got to yesterday. So, without further Scooby-Doo, we've got the guys are back. Big G's here, finishing off the old the outhouse, even though it's not an outhouse. It's more a bit of a games room, I think, guys. We have got the Muscles from Brussels, who's not on his phone. Yes, guys, we got the coping in, most of it, all that's fixed on. So we couldn't do round the windows yesterday because obviously we've got to take them 2 blocks of wood off. So that's the first job to do today. Take that off, which is just placed on, drop the liner down, take them 2 blocks out, as you do, Barney McGrew. Then we can seal the liner to the glass, which I'll show you how to do, guys. 3 nice little beads all the way around, roller it on. Same on that window, you can just see the bit of wood in there, guys. And then we can get this pond all cleaned out and emptied, get all the leaves out, pump the water out of it. So it's a nice fresh start, you know me and fresh starts. Did I show you our shuttering, guys? I don't know if I did, but I'll show you again anyway. So yes, so do you remember that? It was all, so we've shuttered that. Brandon can take them blocks out today, that could all go, but I think I'll leave the wood in there. Maybe put a little shelf on the top of it, which will be nice. So guys, without further Scooby-Doo, let's do this. Nice. Okay, you grass-fed enchiladas. This is an entertainment video, but I suppose I best show you what the flipping I'm doing. A little top tip for you, how to fit a rubber liner to a glass window. So, I'll show you what I've done already, and then I'll show you what I'm doing on the other one. So there you go, gang. What I've done is I've just trimmed the liner roughly, giving myself a good couple of inches. Stop it. And then what I've done is I've put 3 continuous beads along the glass, not the liner. Everything has to be spotlessly clean, so 3 beads all the way around, all 3. So there's no gaps in the sealer whatsoever. And then you put your foot at the bottom of the liner in the corner so you can lift it up. So it's not being stretched because you don't want to fill the pond up and then it pulls the liner down. Do you get me? If I'm making any flipping sense whatsoever. So then you go over it with a roller. Well, I actually use the roller gaffer tape because my roller's broke. So go over it, get all the air bubbles out, make sure it's perfectly nice and sealed. Then I've gaffer taped it to the window just while it goes off, and then I've just trimmed it off along there and along there. So then I can fit the coping over the top, and then once this has gone off, then I can mark this and trim it off with a Stanley knife. So now we're going to do the same on this one. I nearly fell down that drain then. So now we're going to do the same on this one, guys. So we're going to put 3 beads. You've got to clean the liner and you've got to clean the glass. They've both got to be absolutely spotlessly clean. And for that, I've been using Bartoline methylated spirits. So yes guys, so then drop the liner back, 3 continuous beads all the way down. Put your foot at the bottom of the base, so when you stick it to the glass, it's all, you've got your liner to the base of the pond. Roller it on, bit of gaffer tape once you've rolled all the air bubbles out of it, so it's one continuous thick bead all the way around, and then Bob's your aunt and Fanny's your flipping uncle, especially in this blooming day and age. So without further a shaggy doo-doo, let's do this. Nice. Good morning, you lesbians, you legends. We are back. So today is Friday. It's a big cleanup day. The poor iPhone 8 kept dying yesterday. I don't know why. I think it's because I spilt flipping coffee on it. But I'll show you where we got up to, because you probably didn't see half of it. So we've got all the coping on. These here, they're out of stock now. I've literally, because I want to use these ones for the top. So that there is just a flat blooming paver, so I've basically cut them up and put them along there just to finish that off. We've got all the coping round. I'll jump in, try not to flipping stack it. We've sealed that in. The line, as you can see, is as good as welded. That is, guys. Our glass is fixed to the window. Our liner even is fixed to the glass all the way around. A little bit of cleaning up to do around here. And then what I'll do is I'll just fit a nice tiny bead all the way around the edge. Same on that one. That got a bit messy over here. We've got the returning. That's all glued in as well, you legends. We've still got all the filtration to do. But we're going to give all this a good jet wash out with the mussels from Brussels. We're going to vac out the drains and we're going to get the domes glued on the top of them. So, without further ado, doggy-doo-doo, let's do this. Nice. Okay gang, little update. We are now doing the electrics. Obviously I've got to run the electrics from up the house there all the way down the fence into the filter room. But we've got the sieve backing. That's all plumbed in the back there. I'll tell you what, something, guys. You know where this joins up here? It's tapered, it is, and I swear, honestly, that could come off. I've had to wedge it with a brick. It's tapered the inlet, and they've cut the top off the 4" 90. But that looks a bit dodgy, that is. So A, I've glued it on, and B, I've wedged something underneath it, because that would just be an absolute nightmare, that would, wouldn't it? We've got all the room cleaned out a little bit, so all the pipe work's all clean. Waste pipe's ready for some corrugated. I'm going to fit a sump in there for all the waste pipe to go to. Got 2 air pumps, one for the filter and one for some air stones in the pond. Got the 2 controllers for the 2 pumps. But we've hit a bit of a mission, guys, because it's only a 5-way switch box that I got for him, and he needs 6 ports. So, not to worry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the air pump for the filter and the air pump for the pond on the same feed. Just put it in a junction box. Nice. Time for a sandwich first, though, guys. I'll see you back in 1 second. Nice. Okay, gang, it is a bit windy. It's about 2:30 on Friday. Terry's wife's gone to visit him in hospital. All his pals have been over there this morning, so fingers crossed, guys, because I want him to come and see what we've done for him. So I've got to come back tomorrow. I'll flip you around. Stop waffling. I'll flip you around. So we've jet washed all that off. I've got to get some coping for there, but they've run out of stock, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to come in. We've jet washed all this off. The pond is filling up, guys. You legends. That is filling up. I've just put some air stones because they're not aerated bottom drains, but he'd already bought those, you know. So I've set the shower up. I've just got to do the pipe work out of there. We've jet washed everything off. So yeah, it's just filling up now. All this has been jet washed off nicely. Now again, we need the coping for there. The electrics are all in, apart from the feed in, and also I need to feed from this junction box round into there, and I need to bring a sump which we're going to position there where all the wastewater is going to go to, with a sump pumping which I've got at home, and then I can plumb that into the very last one. And then we've just got to run the electric down through and up to the corner up there. His Nexus is all like brand new, ready to go. So there's 50 litres of brand new media in there. There's 100 litres of brand new media in there. I'm going to check the UV light tomorrow, so I've got some new bulbs for that, so we can swap that over, but that does work. We've fitted in the returns. This isn't glued yet, guys. There's the waste pipe for it, so I'm just going to get some corrugated and run it round and into the sump, and then the waste pipe from the Nexus I'll run round that way and into the sump, and then we'll have a sump pump that'll pump it out. So yeah, there's our return for from the sieve, so that's going to come up there. None of that is glued in at the minute. It's going to go along there. I've just placed a 90 on there. We'll come across, we'll go up, and I'm thinking of putting just a rubber 90 bend on there, coming across, down, and then that way when I come to clean that out periodically for him, I can just undo the rubber boot to get the top off it. Do you know what I'm on about? Do you know what do it make any sense whatsoever? So guys, yeah, it's 2:30. It has gone freezing cold this afternoon. I don't know whether it's just a cold wind or what, but I'll be back in the morning to finish off the electrics. Hopefully it'll be filled up by then, fingers crossed, and can get this old boy up and running. Nice. Good morning, you legends. It is Saturday morning, and I don't know if Terry's going to make it, you know, guys. He's really poorly. I'm on my way back there now just to do some buttoning up, some finishing off. The pond isn't even full yet, and you're all going to kill me because Terry wants to keep butterfly koi. He loves butterfly koi. Now, ideally, when you build a pond, you need to let it run for a week before you put any fish in it. Now, I don't think, and I don't know, but I do pray that we do have that amount of time. But I have reached out to a very good friend of mine, and he's managed to find me some butterfly koi. They're not huge, but I think it's just, you know, if we can get him back home and he's got a few small fish in there, then that will be good. And obviously I'll be able to go out and check the water quality and stuff as it goes along. I mean, it is a big pond, and these are only 4 small butterfly koi, so don't kill me in the comments, guys. I'm going to head off and pick those up now. The pond isn't even full yet, guys, and I've still got to do the electrics and a little bit more plumbing. So it's Saturday morning. Hopefully you'll be able to watch this tomorrow night, Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. So without further ado, I'm trying not to get down, guys. Like, stay positive, Puckies. Like, stay flipping positive. So let's do this. Nice. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. So my pal has absolutely come through for me. I haven't even looked in that box yet, guys, but he's picked these koi for me, and he's an absolute legend, and he's smashed it out of the ballpark. So like I say, it's not best practice, guys, but I just want some fish in this pond, and I'll take care of the water, and obviously I'll take care of the fish and stuff. So ground temperature is still 10 degrees, so we're not doing too bad. So now I'm off to get a little bucket of food. So I can't believe it, I'm chuffed. That's made my day. I'll show you when we get there. All nice. Okay, you legends, we have made it back. So the pond is still filling, guys. I mean, this is a big pond at the end of the day, so I'm not surprised it's not completely full yet, but I was hoping it'd be a bit fuller than it is. I'll flip you around and I'll show you where we are. So gang, we're almost up to the windows, and that's the flow coming in. It's not the best, but it'll do. I reckon I'll be here for about another 4 hours, so hopefully it'll be filled up by then. If not, we can get the air stones running, and I can come back in the morning just to fire it up. Do you know what I mean? So what have we got to do today, guys? We have got to get a power supply from up there. I'm only going to do a temporary one, gang. So I'm basically going to sacrifice one of my extension leads, but I don't even think that's long enough. I might have to sacrifice my flipping full length extension lead, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on a plug from that socket there, attach it to the fence, run it along the fence, and then through into the filter room, and then we'll come down and I'll just tap it in, nail it in around the steps like that, and then up and into our power supply. Yesterday, because it's only a 5-way switch box, gang, I'm probably boring the life out of you now. It's only a 5-way switch box, and obviously I've still got to get in the sump pump. So what I've done, you legends, is I've put the UV light and the air pump for the Nexus, which will be permanently on, into a junction box, a waterproof junction box, so they'll just run off one spur, which I need another bit of cable for to wire into there, and then the other one, that's the mains feed in, and then the other one will be for the sump pump, which I haven't even got a sump for yet, so we might have to use either said bucket or builder's bucket just for now, and eventually I'll bring a sump and get it in here, gang. Yes, so I need to take the shower back down, just rinse that through the hose pipe just to rinse off all the dust and stuff off the media. We've got to plumb that in, guys, so I'm just going to put a rubber 90 on there so it can be taken off, and then a 90-degree bend down and a 90-degree bend into there, so then that can all be glued and finished off. And then what else have we got to do, gang? Gang, so let's get all them sows out of the way. Yeah, and then we've just got it. I bought some absolutely fabulous CT1, guys. You know me and CT1. But basically, it's a nice grey colour, and the plan is just to fill in all the little bits, you know, like on the corners, just to fill in them. So, yeah. Oh, pardon me, Butterby Pops. So, it's just a leisurely day, tinkering around on a pond. What a flipping life, eh? Yeah, so, I've got the fish from an absolute legend that cannot be named. Like, he's the nameless legend. And I reached out to him because it's all right if, like, I want Terry to get back. And if he does get back, it's lovely. He'll be surprised to see his pond, because I don't think he's even watched the last 2 videos. But it'll be more of a surprise to have some fish in there. So, yes, the legend that cannot be named selected, well, I asked him for 4 fish, and he's actually bought one himself for Terry, which I think is just amazing. Honestly, you know, the people that watch this channel and all the rest of it, it's just like, it blows me away, honestly. And I didn't even know that this legend watched the channel, which is unbelievable. So, yeah, we've got our fish, guys. They're in there, nice and safe. So there's oxygen in the bags, guys. Now, I'm babbling on here, and so, but the thing is, you should run a pond for a week for the nitrogen cycle to take place before you put any fish in. But I haven't got that. I haven't got that accessibility, you know. So we've got some AquaSafe, which I picked up from Perfect Ponds, and just some wheat germ food for them. Ground temperature is 11 degrees at the minute, so it's okay to still introduce the fish. But like I say, it's not ideal. You should let the pond run for a week for the nitrogen cycle, but obviously I haven't got that option at the minute. So what I'll do is I'll be back every week just to check on the water quality and stuff. So they're only 4 12-inch fish. Well, it's 5 12-inch fish, because this legend, when I blooming bought one for Terry as well, which I'm blown away, mate. Honestly, if you're watching, you're an absolute flipping legend, mate. And it's not the first time you've helped me out either. So, right, without further Scooby-Doo, guys. Let's do this. Nice. Right, gang, that is all the media rinsed through in his backy shower. Now, he'd already pre-bought all of this stuff and the media, so I haven't seen this media before. But it's just like a porous biological where all the good bacteria will grow, and it's absolutely full of it. So the next thing is, gang, get the plumbing done. So I'm going to plumb it. I'm going to put a rubber 90 onto there. So guys, I have bought like a load of fittings and stuff, but a lot of the pipe work and that I've literally just found in my shed just to keep the cost of it down, you know, of the materials and stuff. So I'm going to fit a rubber 90. Should ideally have a you know, like a fitting like that on it, but I'm going to put a rubber 90 on so we can undo it to get access to the shower, and then a 90 down and a 90 across into there, glue it all in, and then we can crack on with the electrics. The water level is almost at the windows. The question is, will it leak? Never had a leaky window in my entire career, so that's a no. And it's all nice and dry in there. The water levels are there now, which is probably up to about there on the filter, so there's no leaks on the pipe work yet. So, without further ado, Scooby-Doo, guys, let's get this plumbing done. Nice. And there you go, you legends. That is our return from our sieve, all glued and plumbed in. Goes behind there, comes up there, along and up into our rubber boot so it can be taken off. So none of this is absolutely ideal, guys, but it is what I've got and it is what I can do, so it will work. And yeah, so that's all done. Next thing we need to do, still filling up, guys. We're almost up to ball height, I mean window height. You know, and it's like, oh, like that. And then you get into cold water and it gets to about here and you're like, oh, it's one of them. So trying to keep it, excuse me. So next thing I'm going to do, you legends, is getting some dechlorinator. So I normally use crystals, but I've run out. I have ordered some more. So I just picked up a bottle of Pond Medic Dechlorer. They've missed off the nater, but also, guys, it neutralises the metals. So there isn't, in Birmingham, there isn't a lot of chlorine in the water, but there is copper, lead and zinc. And as soon as the sunlight hits those metals, they turn green. So that's why a new pond will turn green pretty much straight away unless you neutralise those metals out of it. Yeah, there's more fluoride in the flipping water, guys, than there is chlorine. That's for flipping sure, let me tell you. That's why I only drink filtered water. Anyway, without further ado, guys, the shower's ready to go. The water level's coming up. The skimmer's all done. I've showed you that. I used rubber liner to do that in the end rather than fiberglass. And it's all stuck lovely. It's as if it was made by the people who made the liner. Next thing, guys, get that in. Get the dechlorinator in. And then we're going to get the electrics down and into there. So that way I can get the air stones working while it's still filling up. And then I'm going to float the bag and show you the fish that I've bought for Terry, and also the fish that the legend that cannot be named bought as well. So yeah, absolutely banging. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Nice. There was enough in there to treat that pond twice, but you can't overdose with it. Top tip for you. So guys, that is our electrics pretty much done. I've just got to tidy it all up. I've got to see, oh guys, do you know what? I bought this extension lead. Let me spin you around. I bought this old extension lead with me thinking I can use that cable, but it weren't long enough. So I've had to sacrifice my big long ass blooming extension lead. But you know what? Needs must, guys. You know, it's not the most ideal, but it'll work. So what I've done, I've plugged it into there. And I'm just running it along the fence. I'm just going to peg it to the fence. I know it's bright blue, but that's probably a good thing in it, really. So it'll stand out a bit, so make sure no one snips through it. And then we've gone through the wall into the filter room. So I've just got to put the covers back on. But I just wanted to check it and test it all before I do that. So there we go. Everything's working. I've tested, made sure, checked everything works, so the pump's all working. I've got the air pump running, which is going to some air stones. Someone's just phoning me on my phone, which is very inconvenient because I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, I've got the air stones running. So the fish are getting a bit itchy in there, guys. They're starting to like flick and flash and jump around a bit. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is release them. And once I've done that, I'll show you what the absolute legend, because I didn't select these fish. It was the unknown legend that cannot be named. he picked them, and also he bought one for Terry as well, which I think's flipping mint. I don't know if I've said that already, but I think it's absolutely fabulous, because I didn't even know that he watched the channel. Like, I've known him for years and we always chat and stuff, but I didn't actually know that he watches the channel. So I'll open the bag, I'll release the fish. They've been floating for about 3/4 of an hour, so they should be good to go, and then I'll show you Terry's new fish. Nice. Smiles, guys, smiles. Okay, you legends, I have had a sandwich and a little drink, and I've got the fish in as well, so I'm going to show you. And guys, I've just had a phone call off Terry's best mate, and who's just been in the hospital, and he said he's looking loads better today. I nearly broke down in tears when he told me. So flipping now, guys, let me flip, just shut up. I'm going to shut up, I'm going to show you these fish. So yes guys, so there's no filtration running yet, but we've got plenty of air going in. We're above window height now, probably about a couple of inches above window height. Obviously I'm going to have to get some more of these, but they're out of stock at the minute, just to put along here, which I'll come back and do at a later date. But they're all swimming round, lovely, jubbly. So Terry likes butterfly koi, so the legend that cannot be named bought him that butterfly kahaku. We've got like a Deutsche Yamabuki Ogon, we've got a Goshki, we've got another kahaku, and we've got a Sankey. So get your arse home, Terry. I've had enough now. You need to get your arse back home, mate. Nice. What we got left to do, gang, I need to sort out the air from this air pump to the Nexus, and for that I've brought some pipe from home, not the thick stuff, just this this black stuff here, just to extend it, which was in my garage, so I can extend that for the Nexus. I don't think this is going to be full tonight. What I'll probably do is just leave it on a trickle and come back tomorrow and get it all fired up, which I'll show you when I get back to do it. Yeah, so we've got to tidy up, I've got to sort out the airline for this, tidy up the power cables, just clip all them to the wall, clip it to the fence along there, and then we've got a little bit of CT1 nice to just infill these little gaps down here, because it's the same colour, it's like a grey colour. So without a further Scooby-Doo, guys, I feel so much better after speaking to Spencer. Like, it's been like a roller coaster, this has, guys. Like, originally I was just going to get the windows and the liner in, but you know, I wanted to do this, and it's Saturday, and what better way to spend your Saturday than doing something that you absolutely love for an absolute legend? Do you know what I mean? So nice. Okay, gang, that is it for today, which is Saturday. The fish have settled in an absolute treat, and they've been up at feeding and everything as well. So yeah, we're about at that level there, guys. So I reckon it's going to take probably the rest of the night to fill up. It's got about another 35 centimetres to go. All the electrics are done, the air's done. I've had to join that with a bit of a joiner and some black tape. Is this job perfect? No. But is this job perfect for Terry? Absolutely. Did I think we'd get it all done? Not a chance. But we have absolutely pulled it off, guys. So all that's done. The air's done. The electrics are done. So with the waste for that, we're just going to put a bit of hose on it, and that is our sump for now, guys, because it is what it is. I'm sure you all understand. I've fitted the waste pipe on there, which will go into there. Then there's a sump pump in there with some hose that we can just bail into the garden for now, just to clean the filters out. This is all wired in. Air pump's onto the pond. Air pump's working for that. So yes, guys, all I've got to do is come back in the morning, switch everything on and test it all. So what I'm going to do now, it's 4:45. The sun's starting to set already, I think. I'm going to go home, try and edit this absolute drivel into something entertaining for you guys to watch. And then I'll come back in the morning, film the pond all working, and hopefully I'll have this uploaded, edited and uploaded for you to watch at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. So if it is 8 o'clock and it's Sunday night, you know that I pulled it off. Nice. Okay, you lesbians, I mean legends, it is Sunday and I am back and the pond is full, which is nice. So all we got to do now is purge the bottom drains and get this bad boy fired up, guys. Nice and full. How's that, gang? Is that looking sweet or what? The fish are all good. So, let's do this. Put you on a little time lapse, guys. Just got to do a bit of purging and a bit of switching on, and hopefully everything's in the right levels so everything will work properly. Nice. And there you go, guys. That did not go without incident because I had to purge the drains and an absolute ton of crap come out of them because obviously they'd been sitting there for a while, but now it's running nice and clear. But what happened was, because this is the second-hand switch box that I acquired when I got the Nexus, the fuse had gone for the sump pump, so I had to quickly swap that over. And then, so that's all good, but it has dropped the level of the pond quite bad. So this isn't working. The water has come through, but it hasn't. It's not. It's dropped too low. So I'm gonna have to wait for that to fill back up. So we've got the hose pipe back on over there. What else has gone wrong? Oh yeah. So a lot of this pipe work, guys, is second hand. Like literally, that's all I could do for him. So like he did have a budget, you know, and the budget was to get the liner and the windows in. And this old mad lunatic has just gone hell for leather and got the whole thing done for it, whole thing finished off for him. So yeah, it is not looking too bad. I'll bring you back when the water level's gone up a bit and I can get the backy shower working. Nice. Okay, you legends, our work here is done, guys. How fabulous does that look? Look how clear the top of that water is. That is all thanks to my absolutely outstanding wall skimmer that I literally fabricated out of nothing. And that is working an absolute treat. It's took all the debris and all the stuff off the top of the water. The fish are living the life of Riley. And they keep coming up to the windows as well, so I know it weren't ideal to introduce the fish, guys, but the shower's working really well. The return is doing a fabulous job of circulating the water as well. And if you can see that flow. But yeah, guys, I have got to come back. I'm going to come back on, I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to come back on Wednesday. Just to do a water test, check on the fish, check on everything else, and then I'll come back at the weekend to clean the filter out for Terry's wife until hopefully Terry comes back and enjoys his pond. So yes, guys, that is the end of this series. I'll bring you back at the church with a few wise words, and I'll be coming back just to fit this bit of coping behind me, and obviously hopefully to film Terry's reaction to his new pond. So I'll leave it right here and I'll catch you guys with a beer back at the church. Nice. Okay, gang, that is it for this video. This whole build has been an absolute emotional roller coaster. Some days I honestly just didn't feel like filming. I think you can probably see throughout this, there's been highs and lows and stuff like that. I just pray that Terry gets through this, guys, and gets to enjoy his pond. Did I make any money out of this job? No. Have I got any regrets? No. Would I do it again? Abso-flipping-lutely. The guy's just, his glass is overflowing all the time, and it's heartbreaking to see him so poorly. So my love goes out to Terry. I hope you make a full recovery, mate, and to his wife and his 3 daughters as well. Like, just God give them strength, you know. I'm not going to waffle on, guys. It's great to meet Spencer. It was great to meet Big G, George. I'm sure we'll be catching up with them 2 characters again. They sort of was a massive pick-me-up as well. Massive thanks to the legend that cannot be named, who sorted out the fish. Big shout out to Terry's wife. Yeah, so how do you know we're back at the church? Because we're back at the church and I've got a beer. I'm trying to keep this light high, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this right here before I start getting emotional, because it has been an absolute mission, guys. I'm going to leave you with some clips of the pond all finished, the fish swimming around and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for all your support, guys. Thanks for all your comments. I love each and every one of you. You guys absolutely make this channel what it is. I'm just a fool that films what he does every day. The next pond, I've already started it. I only spent half a day there. It's a brand new pond for a guy called Carl. He has dug the hole out already. We are late starting it because I wanted to finish off Terry's pond, but he's been an absolute legend. He hasn't been kicking my arse or anything, so we will be back there tomorrow on Monday. So yes, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, thanks to all you new subscribers. Yeah, so take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of your koi, take care of your loved ones. And God bless each and every one of you. Nice.